Hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Olupi Vugapi, also known as Adli, and today I am here for the ladies. So we all know what the gender-based violence that's been happening around, especially in the country that I live in. It's really bad, and I'm here to try and I'm giving some tips to the ladies on what they can do when they find themselves in a dangerous situation. So please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button because this you wanna hear. First tip is when someone is robbing you, they're most probably after your money or after your phone, generally after your purse. Yeah. So make sure that when you're being robbed, do not try running away with the things and do not give it to them. Throw it away, and while they're going for that, you run for your life. That's the first tip. Second tip, when someone has a gun or when you're at a gunpoint, so when someone has a gun pointed to you, do not comply by their rules. Rather, run. And when running, don't run in a straight line, run in a zigzag. There are 4 in 100 chances of them actually shooting you. Third point, whenever someone is, especially if someone comes from behind and they're child holding you, use your elbow because your elbow is your strongest point. So just and go strong. Do not, go strong. Use your elbow. If they're in front, I don't know how you can use your elbow, but then your elbow is one of the strongest parts on your body. The fourth point is when you are being held or when someone goes for you, hit them where it hurts the most. Okay, we all know that for guys, there is the one place that hurts the most. But the other points are here. If you hit a person here, they momentarily go blind. Here and the veins here. You can search for other places where you can attack. But those are the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, those are the 4 parts that I know. But you can do your research for more parts. Fourth, you know what? I'll stop counting because I'm not sure which number I'm at right now. But then the next point is when someone is coming for you or when you know someone's trying to hold you, scream. Please scream on top of your lungs. Try twisting if they're holding you. Do anything to get people's attention and to make sure that they do not hold you. Yes. Next point. Never trust a stranger based on their appearance. Please. Not every rapist or every psychopath looks or dresses in a certain way. Some people you think they're normal, just like me and you. I'm not saying they're not normal, and nor am I saying there is a normal, but never trust a stranger based on their appearance, please. The next point is always use elevators. I know sometimes the lift is not working and then you're forced to use the stairs, but if the lifts are working or the elevator is more appropriate word, elevators, not to self. The elevators are working, then definitely use them instead, because the stairs are more dangerous and it's easier to, yes, the stairs are more dangerous. That's all you need to know. Then the next point is never walk alone, especially if it's at night. If it's during the day and where you're walking there are people around, it's not like a deserted place. It's not like a deserted place. Then you can walk alone because not every time there's gonna be someone who's gonna walk with you. But if it's at night, never walk alone. Don't. And I know you hear this everywhere. I know everyone tells you this. I know you've been hearing this from primary, but never walk alone. The next point, these following points are for my ladies with a car. First point is as soon as you get in your car, go. As soon as you get in the car, lock it and leave. Do not stop and check your social media or check your slip to see if you got everything or check anything. As soon as you get in the car, lock it and go. The rest uzoyicheka phambili. Second one, always lock your car while driving. Make sure it's always locked. I know some cars do lock themselves, especially the latest models. I do not know a lot about cars, but I do know there are those that lock themselves immediately once you start driving. But if your car doesn't, always make sure it's locked before driving. Third point, when you get into your car, check it to make sure that there's no one. So check your driver's side, check your passenger side, check the back seat, check and make sure that there's no one. Even check your boot even. I don't know how someone will get there, but check. to make sure that there is, like no one, just to make sure what you're safe. Just make sure you're safe. Yes. The next point is never pull over for someone who needs help, whether it be a broken car or anything, especially if you're a lady and you're walking alone with no male assistance with you. There is a male that has a car that will help them, not you. Please don't try to be Superman. I'm not saying this is not me being heartless, it's me trying to look out for you. So never pull over. If you're going and you see someone who's trying to make you pull over because they have a problem with their car, do not pull over. The next point is never use underground parking, especially if you do not know their conditions. No, especially if you do not know their security system. If you do not know where there are cameras or how safe it is, or if there are security guards nearby, don't use it. Rather wait 20 minutes for a parking in a public space than underground. The next point, I'm not sure what number I'm on, but the next point, if someone has a gun to you, I'm gonna make a scenario here. You get in your car, you sit on your driver's seat, you put your seatbelt on, and then someone comes from behind with a gun. They do not have a seatbelt on. You have a seatbelt on. Do not comply. Enter in your car and crash it. That's a car. You can always buy a new car. You can always get a second hand. But with your life, you can't. So just enter in the car, crash it. You will be safe because you have a seatbelt. They do not. As soon as you crash the car, open the door and leave and run for your life. The next point, never park next to a van. Never park next to a van. And if you come back and there's a van parked next to you, then always use a passenger's side instead. Like if they're on the driver's side, then use your passenger side, because a lot of people come for you when you're opening your door, especially if there is a car next to you. So if they're on your passenger side, then use the side that has no car. You see what I mean? Yes. The next point is look at the car parked next to you. The next point is look at the car parked next to you. Like when you're coming back from, let's say you went to the mall and then you're coming back with your things, and then you check the car parked next to you. If the car parked next to you has a male that's sitting alone, go back, ask for security to help you get in your car. It might sound like you're being paranoid, but it'd really rather be safe and alive and paranoid than your life being in danger. These next 3 points might sound like I'm being heartless, but we've been forced to go there, so I'm gonna go there. First one, don't be sympathetic. Stop being sympathetic. Stop feeling sorry for everyone and everything, because people will use that against you. Okay, now I'm talking fast. I'm gonna try, People will use that against you, so please stop being sympathetic. Second one, the second one, when you hear noises outside, especially if it's at night, do not investigate. Rather call the police. And okay, I'll make a scenario here. If let's say you're in your room and it's in the middle of the night and you hear a voice like maybe a baby crying outside, do not go outside to check what's going on or try to help. Call the police. They will do it instead, because that might be someone using a monitor to try and get your attention. So be safe. Third point is, when you hear water running in the middle of the night, don't go outside and try and closing the taps, even if it's in the kitchen, because someone might have already entered your room. So rather just call the police instead. Do not investigate. Please do not investigate. I know you pay for the water and it's like water is expensive. I don't know why, but then but do not investigate. Rather just call the police. And yes, the next point is, if you've already been kidnapped and in the boot of the car, try kicking the tail light and then waving your hand from the tail light, because the driver won't see you, but the people at the back will see you and they will call the police instead. The last point is, and please, before shutting me down for this one, hear me out. I know as soon as someone says be mindful of what you wear, to me, I will not hear you, because I love wearing shorts. I won't lie, I love wearing short things. But what I'm saying with this goes with like an explanation. Be mindful of what you wear. do not, like, before you wear anything, play a scenario in your head and see if you can get away, like if you can get away from that scenario safely. Because if you're wearing wedges and you're wearing heels, then it's hard running. Like, you can't escape. You find it hard to run. And scarves and necklaces are easier to grab when you're trying to run from someone. So before wearing that, especially if you're going alone, before wearing that outfit, try to play a worst case scenario in your head and see if you can defend yourself from it. That is all that I have for now. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And if you do want a part 2 to it, please comment it down below and I will deliver. Peace.